I'm planning to upgrade the suspension on my Aprilia Tuareg 660, but right now I really don't know exactly what I want to do because there are so many options. So I'm going to go through those options and I'm going to ask you for help to see which direction I should go. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. So I have to upgrade the suspension on my bike because really the best modification you can make to any bike is the suspension. Before you do anything else, that's really where you should spend your resources. Before you do exhaust or any type of remapping of the engine, anything like that, you're gonna get more performance and feel the difference more out of doing the suspension than any other thing you could do on your bike. So after the 13,000 miles I've put on this, it's in winter, it is time to make some changes to the suspension to get it ready for spring, summer, and fall riding. There is so many choices available now that just didn't exist when I bought the bike. And looking through all those, I want to cover each of those options that are available, both with the fork cartridge and with the shock and even just a spring. So if you have this bike and you're thinking about different types of suspension upgrades, this is be a comprehensive list for you. For the DIY kind of person like myself, they can upgrade your suspension. So I'm gonna get through that. Now, a couple of things I wanna note is I still think that the suspension on this bike is the best that I have ridden straight off the factory floor. I have not ridden a KTM 890 Adventure R. I know those suspensions are amazing. So I think compared to the other bikes that I've bought, I really enjoyed it. However, there is a problem with this bike, and that is the assembly of the shim packs in the fork, specifically on the compression side. It wasn't assembled properly, or there's some shims that were missing. That problem's been documented over a lot of different areas. I will leave a link. Patch Bandit, if you're not familiar with him, he does a lot of work on the Tuareg. I'll try to remember to leave a link to his video because he did his forks, went to a tuner. They rebuilt the forks for him and they showed where that problem was. So I know that that's a problem. For me, I don't necessarily want to send my forks off. I want to just go ahead and put in a new cartridge, whether it be a sealed cartridge or an open bath cartridge, something different in here. I know the performance of replacement cartridges tend to be better than just doing a rebuild on the fork itself. And also, if you are wanting to do an upgrade to your suspension, it'll give you some ideas of what we can do. So I've already spoken way too long, so I'm gonna go through each of the different options on what you can do with this bike. And at the end, I will let you know what it is exactly I am asking for from you. There's just too much to remember, so I have notes here because there are a lot of options for this bike. Now, if you saw the release of the 2025 Tuareg Rally and you got really excited about it, and the is it plus 25 millimeter of suspension travel, there is something you can do without buying a new bike to get that same suspension travel. Now, TracTive makes a sealed cartridge for the forks on the Tuareg as well as a new shock. The sealed cartridge you can get in multiple different travel amounts. You can get it at -20, so it'll lower the bike 20 millimeter, and then you can get it at the stock height. And then the other thing is you can also get it at plus 20 millimeter, so you can get a little bit more travel. So it's effectively the same as the Rally that's coming out, which then you don't have to go and trade your bike to get the taller bike with more travel if that is something you're interested in. TracTive makes very good suspension components, and I believe that that sealed cartridge will be amazing in this bike. Now, they also have a shock that is also changes the ride height, so you can get a TracTive shock that is at -20 stock height and also +20. So that way the entire bike, you can lower it, keep it standard, or go up to that new Rally height. The shock has an additional piggyback reservoir, so you have more oil in there to help reduce the heating that occurs when you're using the shock. And then it also has a hydraulic preload, and it is a pretty awesome shock. Now, the TracTive suspension setup, if you really want to spend a lot of money and get a really sweet setup, it's going to run you of $1,700 for the fork cartridge and another $1,700 for the shock. So you're talking about $3,400 with shipping and handling. I don't know, it's probably going to be $3,700, $3,800. And then if you take it into a shop to have your cartridges installed, well, now you're looking at probably over $4,000. But it is a very premium suspension setup. So if you're looking for premium, you want that extra height, you want it to have that basically be the same as the new Rally version that's coming out, more likely sprung better than the new Rally, and maybe even some better damping. I really don't think you can go wrong if you have the budget for that. The next model or brand of suspension upgrade you can go with is the Ohlins. And the Ohlins suspension comes with a new cartridge, and then you can get a different spring setting on that cartridge. Ohlins is a very good suspension brand. You really can't go wrong there. They also offer a replacement shock for the Tuareg. You can also purchase a spring rate based on your weight. So the thing with the Ohlins is it does not change the ride height up or down. It is going to keep it standard. It is a good solution. The problem with the Ohlins is very similar to the TracTive. Since it is premium suspension components, the cost is quite high. The forks to get the fork cartridges is $1,430, and then the shock is $1,360. So you're looking at around $3,000 just for the package, and then whatever shipping and handling is. So it is a great suspension upgrade, but it is on that premium side, and it is going to cost quite a bit. This next brand of suspension components for this bike is not one that I am familiar with. It is Bitubo. They're making fork cartridges and shocks for this bike. Now, just a quick look at it. They will provide a spring for the fork cartridge based on your weight. And then the one thing that I noticed is that I didn't find in the other listings of fork cartridges on the AF1 Racing website is this one specifically says that this needs to be installed by a professional installer. So I'm not exactly sure why they're saying that. Anybody can purchase the springs, and you can do it yourself, just knowing that it's potential avoiding the warranty maybe if you don't have it professionally installed. I don't know, but I saw that on this particular, the Bitubo fork cartridges. So just something to keep in mind. Now they also have 3 versions of a shock for this bike. They have a basically standard shock, no piggyback reservoir, but it does have a hydraulic preload adjustment. And then they have a shock with a piggyback reservoir and then just the collar adjustment for preload. And then they have a third version that has the piggyback reservoir and a hydraulic adjustment for preload. And the cost of those shocks are $870, $950, and $1,050 respectively for each of those different models. Now, adding this all together, you're depending on which version of shock, you're going to be around $2,000. So a significantly reduced cost over the other upgrades of the TracTive and Ohlins. So it is something to consider depending on what your budget is. Again, I don't know a lot about Bitubo. If you know this shock brand, I did a little bit of research, and it looks like they've been making suspensions for other bikes for quite some time. And I think, if I remember right, it is also an Italian brand. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. The next brand of suspension upgrade you can go with is a brand called Matris, M-A-T-R-I-S. It is also not a brand I'm familiar with. I've done a little bit of research on it as well, and that is an Italian made suspension component company. They offer a fork cartridge, and they also offer a shock. It seems like it's pretty basic. You can get the spring rate set to whatever your weight is, so it is an adjustable spring rate. And the shock is a piggyback reservoir shock and with a remote hydraulic preload, which is really good. Now, there is one unique thing about this particular shock is you can actually adjust the ride height. There's an adjustment on there. Now, the ride height is not adjusting preload and it's not adjusting travel. It just gives you the ability to adjust the overall eye-to-eye length on the shock. So that is something I haven't seen on any of the others. Now, with this brand Matris suspension, the ride height is going to stay the same as that you have now. And this one also had that same special note that it needs to be professionally installed. So just something to think about if you decide to go with this brand. I forgot to write down the price of the shock. I think it was around $1,000. So the fork cartridge is $1,160, approximately $900 to $1,000 for the shock. So you're still looking at around $2,000 for a suspension upgrade if you go with Matris. So just something to think about. Maybe if you have familiarity with that brand and their components, that might be what you want to do. If you do have any experience with them, leave that in the comments below, because I'm not familiar with them. The first fork cartridge that was available for this bike was by Andreani, and they have basically 3 different fork cartridges you can order with predetermined spring rates. And those spring rates are from 180 to 220 pounds, or 220 pounds to 245 pounds. And then if you weigh 245 plus, that is a third option. Now, the thing about the Andreani fork cartridges is it's 10 millimeters longer than the stock. So you're gonna get a little bit more height out of that front end. Now, what I don't know is if that's 10 more millimeters of travel, or if it's just 10 more millimeters of height based on the damping rod in there and the length of everything. It doesn't specify whether that's travel or just overall length. Now, Andreani does not make a shock that I could find listed for this bike. It is strictly just the fork cartridges, and the fork cartridge for them is $830. Now, it looks like it comes completely pre-assembled and you just drop it in. So that should be a pretty easy upgrade to be able to do yourself. I've been pretty happy with the shock on this bike. However, I will say I weigh around 210 to 215, depending on the time of year. Holidays, it's creeped up there a bit. But I've noticed in order to have proper sag, especially when I'm running luggage, I've got the preload turned up all the way. So one of the options that you may want to consider is just replacing the shock spring. Now on AF1 Racing, Eibach makes a shock spring replacement for this, and they have multiple different spring rates. They have spring rates of 9.0, 9.7, 9.9, and 10.6 kilograms per millimeter. Now, for context, I looked to try to find what the stock spring rate was, and on the Technic suspension website, they're listing at the stock spring rate as 7.7. So that is a very, very soft spring compared to these other options that are available. So if you're a standard American, which tends to be quite heavy, an easy upgrade that you can do is just change out the spring. Now, the spring cost is $128. That is a really inexpensive upgrade for your rear shock. All you're gonna have to do is pull it out, maybe run it into the dealership with the shock. And when I had that done on my Tenere 700, they charged me $50 just to change the shock, because I didn't at the time didn't have a spring compressor that would work really well. So for a quick, easy suspension upgrade, you can do the springs. The problem with just doing the rear spring and not doing anything with the front is it's going to create an imbalance in your bike, and your rear end is going to be able to handle a lot more, and the front end is not going to take it as well. So you're going to start feeling really poor performance out of that front fork if you don't try to match those spring rates up to your weight. So I really recommend, if you're going to do the rear, you really should do the front. If you're going to do the front, you really should do the rear to try to help keep the bike balanced, to keep the damping and also the spring rates very, very similar, so that the bike stays neutral in everything that you're doing and not favoring the front or the rear end. So those are all the suspension options available that I could find. There may be others out there. I know you can send your forks and your shock into suspension shops and they'll revalve everything for you. They'll put stiffer springs. So those are options as well. I didn't really look into that. A lot of it is I like to just do things myself, and I don't want to just take the forks off and ship them in. If you're someone who doesn't mind taking your bike in or shipping your forks and shock off to a suspension shop, that's also a great way to go. Now, what I've covered is you can go really ultra plush, super duper nice suspension, spend $4,000 on the bike and totally transform it. Or you can even look to go more budget oriented, replacing the rear shock and maybe looking at a more inexpensive fork cartridge that you can just drop in and get going. And then there's options in between that will also really upgrade the feel of this bike. Now, I think that any of these things that you do to this bike will make it feel better. Even though I say that I like the suspension on this bike, that is comparing it to other bikes just right off the showroom floor. every new bike that you can buy, there's always something you can do with the suspension to improve the performance. So just keep that in mind. Now, my call to you is, what would you like to see done to my bike that you are interested in maybe doing to your own, so that before you make the big investment or even the smaller investment to make these changes, you'll see just how difficult or easy it is to do, and then maybe what fits in your budget. Now, I will say I'm leaning more towards the budget side of things right now, just because the way things are. But if there is enough interest in going like full convert this to a rally, I may consider doing that. So what I really want to hear from you is what you would like to see. Now, if you have experience on any of these different models of suspensions, especially experience on the Tuareg, and you've done those upgrades, let me know what your experience has been in the comments. And please also add what spring rates that you were using and what your weight is, so that I can get an idea if maybe you're going with a stiffer spring rate at a lower, your own body weight is lower, and to see how that performs. Or maybe you're trying to keep it soft and you're heavier and you're using a softer spring rate to keep a more plush feel. I'd like to know that as well. So please let me know what you think, what you would like to see me do with my bike, and I'll take that into consideration when I figure out exactly what I want to do. Now, I will likely do a 2-part video on the suspension upgrade. I'll talk about the shock separately from the forks, but those are something I'm looking at doing in the next 6 to 8 weeks before we get into all of the heavy riding season. So remember, you can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. So go do that ride you've been thinking about. Thanks for watching. Get out, do some riding, ride safe, and I will see you out there.